Ladies and gentlemen, we join Mr. Ahab here as he is scrambling, wandering, running in fear of his life from some unknown event. He's had all of his weapons, armor, clothing taken from him. By who? We do not know. But what we do know is that this is Season 2 of Zero to Hero. So, again, we find Ahab here scrambling for security. In fact, scrambling for sanctuary with no gear, no clothing, no nothing. And he has stumbled across, once again, his current, which will be his temporary home, his temporary safe deep underground, his temporary safe space. Because, you know, this mod list is absolutely, insanely fun and yet brutal. So the premise of the series is this. We are using the same mod list that we used last time. That's Nomad, the Nomad mod list available on the Wabberjack. There are links down below for your inquiry. However, it's been updated and evolved by yours truly to essentially allow a full Fallout 4 settlement system. So now we can build ourselves a sanctuary anywhere in the world. We can, you know, build ourselves a settlement is what I meant to say. Recruit settlers, establish economies, etc., etc. All of the vanilla NPCs and quests are active, along with the Minutemen. They are now active. So allow me to just take a moment to get ourselves established here, deep beneath the earth, inside the earth. Not beneath it. Okay, so before we head out into our first raid, I don't think I quite explained what I was trying to say. The goal of this series will be to establish Sanctuary as a full-blown settlement in the world. That will be at least our first primary objective. And we're going to have to enter into the world, gather our gear one raid at a time. If we die on the raid, we lose all of our gear, just like we do in Tarkov. And we're going to start with absolutely nothing and try our best to survive. This world truly is brutal. These are our supplies. We've managed to find a little bit of ammo, and we've got some basic junk items to start off with. Sanctuary, we will be able to operate in the world of Sanctuary without activating a raid. So if we want to start a raid, we just come back down here and do this, which is going to start us with partial health. I don't know why. We must have been injured on the way over here. In fact, we've taken a little bit of red damage. So this is going to drop us somewhere completely random in the world with no gear. And our job will be to survive and make it back to the bunker. We will not be using the map. We will only be using the compass. So let's see how we go. Starting out with nothing. And amassing every single piece of gear, clothing, loot, items in the Commonwealth to establish our empire. Alright, so essentially we're scavenging. Okay, we're a scavenger for now. Later on, probably much later on, we will become a conqueror of sorts. Now, there are loads of mental combat mods installed, which make combat absolutely brutal. That was a turkey. I don't know if you saw that. So really we need to be avoiding combat as much as possible, trying not to take any damage. But if you remember from Season 1, if you watched it, there is a link down below. It took us quite a while to get ourselves established with some half-decent gear. Okay, what have we got going on here? We have a turkey and a person.
Huh?
Who's that? P8. I really think this lady probably doesn't like turkeys. She's also a terrible shot. But she has some nice gear. I can't seem to talk to her, so I don't really know what her deal is. So I think I'm just going to take all of her stuff. She was a synth, was she? I mean, she had a synth uniform. Interesting. Okay, so we've now got a synth uniform with +1 perception and an institute pistol with 27 microfusion cells. Okay, so it's better than nothing. It's not really much, but it's certainly better than nothing. So a very tight outfit. Alright, so as you can see in the top right there, that is the condition of our physical body. So, yeah, you can keep an eye on that. So, the deal with the world, just in case you don't know, if maybe you didn't watch the previous series, the world is persistent. So every time we spawn into a zone, a location, and then loot that location, if we die, that loot will be deleted from the world and it's gone forever. Okay, we've got a trader here. So yeah, the world is persistent. Essentially, it would take like a whole year in-game before the world would reset. So, you know, essentially, it's a persistent world. Okay, now... I kind of know where we are, but I'm not sure if I want to go down here. I always seem to have problems with the robots, and when I start looting things automatically, they try to eat my face. Even though robots don't really do that. What could they do? To cauterize my face? Something like that. So really for now we just want to be focused on kind of trying to find weapons. Oh, okay, yeah, there's a lot of radiation in the world, which is, well, a problem, ultimately. So until we've got, like, decent weapons, it doesn't really make sense to do too much looting, because this place is full of radiation, isn't it? Yeah. You know, because if we just keep dying... What am I hearing? You know, if we just keep dying, we're effectively removing that loot from the world. I feel like this thing probably should be attacking me, but I don't know, maybe it's a little... Oh, it's like a badger. And a lizard, okay. Very cool. So let's maybe start trying to head kind of north towards Sanctuary. So Sanctuary is going to be our home base location. That means that as we level up... that's one thing that we don't lose. Even though we lose all the gear that we have equipped, when we die, we don't lose our experience, okay? So every raid gives us a little bit of a bonus to our experience. So we're leveling up across the skill tree, the perk tree. Yeah, we've got dogs there. So far, so good. We're feeling smooth. We're running good. You get those little bit of a jerk sometimes. I'm running like with a more spawns mod involved, and there's like mutant menagerie, so all sorts of weird creatures spawning in, but it's definitely playable. However, that thing, I don't really want to know it. I don't want to know it at all. So there's also a hunter mod installed. Ah! I can't remember what the key is though to check that. Okay, let me just sort that out really quickly. Okay, so as you can see in the top left, we have no suitable knife, blowtorch, or similar item for processing this animal. How many rounds have we got there? 18. I mean, I suppose we can, you know, we can loot a little bit. We've got 60 minutes, did I tell you that? 60 minutes per raid. And if we don't make it back in time, then we just, well, we lose, we die essentially. The same effect as dying. We lose all of our equipment and gear. Everything except our experience. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, we can do quests and stuff like that too. But our main objective will be to build ourselves a fully functioning settlement in Sanctuary. And, you know, in future series, we can change that up, come up with different objectives, maybe build up different settlements. or build up a network of settlements. Trying to do quests, I think, will come later. Discovering locations is good though, because it's basically just free experience. So yeah, as you can see now, all... Oh, we're not allied. All balls. Now, we could just claim this, but, you know, we'll stick with the whole, like, vanilla deal of having to, well, ally ourselves to a settlement.
You've got to help. They've kidnapped my husband.
Who? Who kidnapped him?
They said they'd be back for the ransom in a few days. If I don't pay up, they'll kill him. But I don't have that kind of money.
Well, where did they take him?
I'm pretty sure. I'll mark it on your map.
Oh, okay, I'll do my best.
Thank you. I didn't know what I was going to do. Just bring him back safe, okay?
Okay, that wasn't a level up, was it? No. Got a rad stag over there, so I guess some of this stuff is up for grabs. It's kind of useful to us. However, we haven't cleared Sanctuary whatsoever. You know, what you saw was the start of the game, us basically running to the basement after having all of our gear taken, starting with nothing. So, you know, we haven't cleared Sanctuary in the slightest. So there's loads and loads of loot there for us. However, there's also a lot of creatures in the vicinity, so I suppose that's kind of our, like, starter zone, isn't it? Once we've cleared the area out, gathering all that gear. Is this the crater? The Deathclaw crater? It is, isn't it? Well, let's avoid this place. Like the plague that it is. And we don't have a knife, so it's not really worth killing this thing. Alright, so far it's very calm. It's all an illusion, believe me. I've done a small amount of testing on this mod list, and some of the environments that you end up in are just... What on earth is going on over there? Some of the environments you spawn into are beyond insane. What on earth is happening up there? That's a synth, isn't it? Is he alive? Hey, wait, there's a person there. How am I supposed to get up there? Just like that, I suppose. I'm radioactive. So yeah, the environment is very radioactive, beyond vanilla. Okay, so we just picked up some items there. Is this where we spawned in? Yeah, pretty close, I think. Now, I think I can check. I can check the raid time. Let me just test this. Yes, so we have this this aid item here, which is going to allow us to. Maybe I should set this on. Maybe on 0. So you can see in the top left there, raid time is 48.4 minutes. So it's very, very nice to be back. I'll be doing a few episodes of this today, and they will come out, well, I don't know, whatever day this comes out, over the next, like, week or so after that. So yeah, keep an eye out on the channel, and remember there are loads and loads of links down below. I've done a little bit of an update on the description, kind of generic video description, and added in quite a few playlists and things like that. Should you be interested in just having a quick scan over what else is happening on the channel at the moment. So I feel like I'm kind of going the wrong way, but everything right now is deceptively calm. Let's maybe have a little look over here. Maybe there's some stuff we can gather. I know they're not hostile to us to start off with, but I always accidentally grab something and then everyone tries to murder me. And there is like one hostile robot here, isn't there? Just somewhere like a malfunctioning robot or something. I forget. I think I'm going to stay away from there for now. Slow and steady. So in the last series, we had the objective of trying to get to Diamond City. And we put everything on the line for that objective. We spent a fair amount of time gathering gear, supplies. We have no power. We have no power. We have no power. We're starting out at level even more lower level than we did in the last season. We are, you know, 1. I don't know, have I shown you? I'm not sure if I've even showed you yet. I might have done, but anyway, here. We're being chased. These are our perks. As you can see, we're just 1 across the board. We are level 1 ourselves, and that's just horrifying. So, you know, running from basically every encounter is the smartest thing to do. However, real AI is active, and so they will probably pursue us a fair distance. But they can also get engaged with other enemies. Oh dear Lord, these things. Oh God. Oh God. All the bugs are after us. I mean, we've got to fight these things because they'll just pursue us forever. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. I've got to run. What other weapons do I have? Any? Oh. Damn. It says we've got 1 ammo left, but we just don't. I don't know what that is. It's some sort of bug. Display bug. Alright, so it's fists then. It's going to have to be fists all the way. However, he's been caught up by that beaver or whatever it is. Let's try and get around this maybe. What on earth was that noise? Oh, it was those things. Okay. Well, luckily they're all fighting each other, so that's helpful. Oh God, these things. Horrifying murder toads is essentially what they are. I think I'm kind of going the wrong way here, but he's our friend. These guys are friendly to us. They're also extremely good fighters, believe it or not. So gathering things to sell is a viable option here. Oh, okay. Why do I keep picking things up and not reading them? Okay. I've started to get in... Okay, we all know the fishing tournament, don't we? Everybody knows what this is about. There's a fishing tournament in the area at Lake Quanapawit, just for fun, friendly competition and big cash prizes. Okay, there's a legal notice, though. Pursuant to litigation filed on 7/16 by the survivors and families of the Lake Quanapawit boating incident, all records and communications pertaining to the July 4th base fishing tournament are to be retained until further notice. Okay. Wipe the terminal, JT. Did you see that at the bottom? What does that mean? Water quality status, radioactive contaminants extreme. Ah, I see. Now we know what's happened. The water here is extremely toxic. Obviously, the people came fishing here. Water quality assessment levels 3 times prior to prior readings. Illegal dumping remains the most likely cause. Oh, well, there you go. Contaminant levels have continued to increase. Close the lake. Begin a formal inquiry, cancelling the mayor's fishing tournament, and obviously they didn't. Fishing tournament resulted in 27 reports of serious illness following contact with the water. 1 boat sank. Its 2 surviving crew members were treated for critical radiation burns. No fish caught. Okay, there you go. So now we know what happened at the tournament. I don't have any bobby pins. So a lot more items can be gathered in this mod list. Let's maybe just try and stay low here. Actually, I won't go near that thing. Taking perks in stealth is going to be absolutely essential. Don't hold your hopes. Don't hold out too much hope for us actually making it back within the first 10 raids. At the end of the day, all we're doing essentially is farming XP at this point. Trying to, at least. Let's check out our... what time we got there? 41 minutes left in the raid. So we'll be doing a fair amount of raiding, obviously, but then we can spend time in Sanctuary. And I think I'll kind of have the self-imposed rule that I'm not going to leave Sanctuary Zone unless it's on a raid. Otherwise, we can just spend as much time as we want in Sanctuary, building and whatever, you know, dealing with settlers, building up the settlement. Now, where is that noise coming from? Sounded like it was behind me, but it's a bit hard to tell sometimes. So, coming across these gunfights is always helpful because if you give the characters a bit of time to, you know, engage in combat, if you're sneaky, sometimes you're left with like one person. However, there's a group of flying ants there. You know, so then you can, if you can kill that one person, you can get in and raid everyone else. Here we go. Okay, so we've just picked up some gear. Very cool. So we've got a pipe pistol now with 4 ammo, which is hilarious. Blue jumpsuit, intelligence and perception. So that's going to boost our XP gain. So let's go with that. Like a mechanic's jumpsuit. At the end of the day here, we've got... you can't switch to fists, can you? Without, like... I do that? No, you actually have to do that manually. So that's kind of annoying, but we'll work with it. Headshots are completely lethal against all animals. Yes. Critical strike and a bobby pin and a stim pack. Alright, so we're already in the money here, guys. What's buzzing? Oh, hunting rifle. I didn't see that. No ammo, but it's a gun, so... What's buzzing? Oh, somebody's fighting. So last time I had a bit of a restriction on like using the what do you call it? The Pip-Boy. I'm not going to have any restrictions this time. I can use the Pip-Boy under any and all circumstances, just like vanilla. I tried to play with False Souls once upon a time. Okay, that's a synth. I'm going to let him try to take out these bugs. And then we'll see if we can get a critical headshot on him. Oh, damn it, there's multiple. Okay, maybe we should try to get out of here. I've got 4 rounds in this gun. Apparently synths really don't like red stags. Okay, maybe we head up here. So headshots are lethal basically across the board with any weapon. Okay, so you know it. I think there might be a little bit of protection if the person has a helmet on, but in general, headshots from any gun will kill instantly. So that's helpful. However, there's a turret here, isn't there? Somewhere. There's also a couple of gunners. Is there a turret here? Christ, that was scary. Are they shooting at us? I think I'm going to leave this place too, because that turret is probably going to make short work of our lack of armor. Oh dear, that was a critical headshot right there. So we've now got a contusion of some sort. Let's see if we can get a headshot off on this guy. Come on, son. We've got no endurance. Now, there aren't usually enemies here, are there? This place is usually pretty safe. So we'll see if we can... those synths have pursued us all the way here. Isn't there usually guns here? Okay, lever action rifle. Now, there is a kind of sneaky tactic you can use here as well. You can collect bones from skeletons. If we know we're about to die, you know, we can drop all of our gear. It's kind of cheaty, but it's also not. A lot of the time, you don't get time to do it. I'm not sure whether I'm going to let myself do that or not. I probably won't. Ooh, 7.62 rounds. I probably won't let myself do that. So we've got a lot of different ammo involved in this list. It's full of, I don't know, there's got to be around about 100 weapon mods installed here. Let's see how we go here. I was going to say, I'm not sure whether we're going to find anything useful inside these containers, but obviously... Ooh, 22 rounds and a pipe rifle. Now, the pipe rifle I can work with. Not many rounds, but still. It's something. The main mod is installed, but I don't think it's working properly. It's been a little bit of a problem this morning testing this list out. The main mod does seem to be giving me a little bit of difficulty, so I've decided to just jump in without it active. Although it's installed, it just doesn't seem to be working properly. It may kick into gear at some point, and I can try to look a little bit deeper into it. But for now, we're not really going to be dealing with insanely excessive injuries, I don't think. Just the usual, like, crippled limbs. Holy smokes. Now, we're on survival mode, so we need to eat and drink. We can fill 2 bottles at a time. I can edit that, but I figure 1 in each hand. You know, if you're in a survival situation and you're in danger, you'd probably be filling up your bottles 2 at a time. Now, where are we here? Alright, so we seem to have lost the synths for now. So far, so good, guys. But it can all go wrong in the blink of an eye. What have we got here? Skeleton. Let's just have a look at our carry capacity as well and see where we're at. More bottles. 75 over under 210. That's good. I'm happy with that. So carry capacity is not really a problem in this list. Because, you know, you rarely get a chance to grab enough resources to get overburdened. I think what I want to do at this point is just start heading back. Really bad timing to do that shot with a blurred vision. I want to start heading back, I think, now towards Sanctuary. We've got a little bit of gear here that it might be worth trying to keep hold of. I'm actually just trying to find my bearings. Now again, we won't get any loot off these because we don't have the right equipment to butcher them. Just double checking that shouldn't give us anything. Okay, yeah, I'm actually still trying to find my bearings here. If I'm totally honest. I think I'm kind of heading the right way. I feel... Uh-oh. Oh no. One round left. Okay, we're at the cemetery. All right, I know where we are now. I'm heading the right way. I've got to keep heading east. Oh dear, oh dear. West, I meant west, not east. West and then north. So northwest. So the mod spawns us all over the place. We can spawn in Boston, we can spawn in Cambridge, we can spawn... I don't think we can spawn in the Glowing Sea, or at least I haven't yet spawned in the Glowing Sea in the whole time that I've been using this mod. So hopefully, I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it does, but obviously it's almost a certain death, isn't it, to spawn in that radiation, unless you have the right kind of gear. Now, it is possible to do scav runs. However, when you spawn as a scav, you get given basic supplies like you do in Escape from Tarkov. So, you know, it's like a cheesy way to get gear, essentially. We might do something like every 5 levels, though, you know, every 5 levels. Give ourselves a scav run or something like that, because it is fun to spawn in as a scav with a bit of gear, and to not have to take it so seriously, because if you die you just lose the gear that you spawned with. Although, you know, if you start gathering gear, you start taking it seriously. Plus, there's a really nifty way for us to upgrade our appearance as well. So we are Ahab. Okay, we're starting out as, you know, Ahab at the beginning of his journey. He's a bit of a weakling. He's got no perks. He's got no power. He's got no strength. He's got no defenses. He's got no gun skills, no crafting skills, or nothing. And then as he levels up, and we, you know, we start to develop the kind of warrior spirit that's needed to survive in this landscape, we can upgrade his appearance as he kind of matures. And his appearance, he becomes more and more of a hardened... Well, a hardened survivor. Oh, shit. Okay, so there's actually super mutants down there with another NPC. Interesting. I wonder if that's some sort of like a... You know, a leader or companion of the group. Strange. Okay, again, I'm just gonna, I think, try to... continue towards Sanctuary. So we're halfway through the raid now. Now these super mutants will give us a real problem if they spot us. And they're likely to spot us at this rate. Let's try and get out of here. Shit. Uh-oh. We're dead. One more hit, we're dead. We're done for, aren't we? Shit. I've got no more ammo. Apparently I've got 122 round, but I think that's the bug. So basically we've got to discount 1 ammo in all of our assessments here. If it says we've got 1 round left, sometimes we don't. And now it's saying 0, so... However, we've got a lot of guns on us here. Do we have any aid items? I mean, we've got... Oh, we've got a few stim packs. How did I not know that? Where did they come from? Are we healing or not? I feel like we're not healing right now. Now, I think I ran into this bug in the last series, didn't I? Where the stim packs weren't healing us. Okay, let me just take a second to look at this. AP, restore HP and AP. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of a bug going on here. Wait, food? Does food heal us? Don't think it does. Anything to drink that might heal us? Dirty water gives us 28 rads. Let's take a Nuka Cherry. Alright, yeah, so we've got a bit of a bug here. We're not being healed. Was it the main mod that did this last time? Oh, wow. Can't tell if that person's shooting me or the turkey. Holy smokes. Okay, I think what I need to do is actually refresh the main mod. So let me try and do that now. Yeah, let's see how we go. I could always uninstall the main mod if it's going to cause us this many problems. That's the thing about these series. Sometimes, you know, you don't discover the... no matter how much testing you do, you just don't discover every circumstance in which things don't work, so... Right now, I think I want to focus on just getting around this situation here. Okay, let's see how we go heading up this way. What other aid items do we have? Just stim packs. This is the place we just came to with the turret, wasn't it? Got an explosive box here. Alright, we've got our level up. So that's a bonus. So no matter what happens now, we've made progress. And that has also restored our health. To some degree. So apparently we're still under the effect of this stim pack, but we're not healing up fully. All right, so I've got a bit of an issue, but you know, I'll try and get that figured out for the next episode. There's a turret here, isn't there? No ammo. Let's so that sound effect is something that happens when there's gunfire nearby. I think that's what that is. I think I'm going to go straight into taking perks in agility so that we could level up our sneak. Obviously, toughness, damage resistance would be good too, but yeah, trying to make a bit of a beeline for sneak in two more levels. However, leveling up intelligence as well so we level up a bit quicker. Then we're going to go around this turret. So far, so good. We're still alive, but we are clearly running out of time slowly. 23 minutes left. So, you know, we don't want to be hanging around here too much. Also, running around with this gun is kind of pointless. Really have no other ammo? Oh, I've got Molotov. A Molotov, so that's something. So here's the thing though, all this combat that's taking place around us. You know, it's going to be a lot of supplies that we just... Oh, we're not going to get it now. We might get access to it later. But it's just really tempting when you hear about these, or you hear these conflicts happening, to kind of investigate them. See what loot might be available. Okay, I think this railroad's going to take us... Oh, actually, this takes us up to the north. Okay, so... Yeah, we're heading the right way here. Let's keep heading west. What's happening over here, then? Let's have a little look on this, this situation. There are friendly NPCs around. Sometimes it's just hard to tell who's who. We're under fire, so we're getting out of here. What do we got here? Anything? I feel like I'm going to run across a pack of dogs or something like that soon. In fact, I think I know that there's like a junkyard around this area, isn't there? It's a trader shack. Scavenger. Oh no. Wow, all I did was try to talk to that lady. She didn't want me, did she? She did not want me at all. Wow, did that hurt me? What happened then? Oh, doing that somehow injured us. Why can I not? I think I got a head problem. Oh no, never mind. I just accidentally pressed caps lock. Alright, so we picked up a little bit of ammo there. Where are we? Not much. 4 rounds. But it's better than nothing. So at this point we've actually got some decent supplies here. Especially for our first run. Honestly, I was not expecting it to go this well. We keep heading west. Wait. Which way was I trying to go? Yeah, keep heading west. And we're literally running towards Sanctuary, so... as long as we can avoid death. We've got ourselves a nice little start. So, I guess every few levels that we level up, we will, yeah, we'll spend a little bit of time. It really just depends on what sort of junk we can gather. We'll spend a little bit of time building up Sanctuary, but obviously we need supplies to make it work, right? However, we can still scavenge Sanctuary at some point soon, maybe in the next couple episodes or after a few runs. We'll spend some time clearing out all of the creatures and saying hello to Mr. Robot. Okay, we've got gunfire up ahead of us. And one of the biggest threats in this whole world is the fact that guns penetrate trees. So yeah, just bear that in mind. What's going on here? So we've got 2 people. They don't look like raiders though. But scavengers also seem to be hostile. I've only got 4 rounds here, so we can't mess around. We can't mess around and we can't mess around. And yeah, I was going to say, I feel like this is a bit risky here. I'll probably just try and kill them.
Okay, let's do this.
I was certain I was hitting him in the head then, you know. Everyone's killable, so doesn't matter who they are. We can kill everyone. I think there are some maybe wandering settlers or wandering named settlers that can't be killed by other people, but we can still kill them. Maybe we just try and bypass these people. So for those of you who know this area, you'll know that we are extremely close right now to Sanctuary. It's just over this this mound here. So this is going to be a bit of a long-term series on the channel. Radiation is a real problem. I think it's like times 6 or something crazy like that. Times 6 across the board or times 4 across the board. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it back to our little slice of Sanctuary here. So this should now bring the raid to an end if everything goes well. Brilliant. Inventory value increased by 2,773 caps in 43 minutes. Oh, okay, actually that was really good. So what we can do now is, although not yet, but soon, we can, we can start taking our own weapons out into raids. Our own weapons and armor. A lot of this stuff will be breaking down. Let me keep hold of that Tarkov time thing. And I'll drop off... Oh, the cigarettes are for saves, aren't they? However, I mean, it's not really necessary. We're only going to be saving back here in our base. We can't save in the middle of a raid. We can't even pause in the middle of a raid, which is crazy, actually. But that's just the way it is. But what we can do is, as we, like now we can take out like one bobby pin with us into the next raid. Do you know what I mean? So if I took all of them and then we die, we lose all of them. But I can take one with us and leave some back here. A lot of this stuff is just going to be supplies for our settlement. And we're already leveling up a little bit. We've got some stuff here we could sell, but obviously to sell things, we've got to take it out into the raid with us and then find a trader until we level up Sanctuary and we get people here that we can trade with. Okay, so also there's no point in us taking really any gear for now because we're just so low level. We don't even have any decent armor. We'll just, we've got these, but I mean, I suppose we can take we could take some of this stuff with us. We've got 2 left legs there. Okay, a right leg and a left leg. So that's alright, that's something. Does that show? It does. It shows at the bottom there. Kind of cool. I was expecting them to be across our thighs, but whatever. And we haven't got access to this yet because it's too difficult. Nothing nice happening on the radio. Alright, so we don't heal until we die, or we heal ourselves. I am going to save here, and we're going to spend a little bit of time. I'm going to spend a little bit of time between now and the next episode just fixing the healing issue. We were quite lucky there that we leveled up at that time because it healed us, but obviously, we have a problem with regards to our health, and I need to get that fixed some way, one way or another. Ladies and gentlemen, please do keep an eye out over the coming weeks for this series. It is going to be a long and slow burn on the channel. I've got so much stuff happening with other series and other games, and I am starting up a brand new game and a brand new series of some sort. You guys are in the middle of voting for what that is. I think currently we've got Project Zomboid and is it Cyberpunk? No, Days Gone, I think, are the 2 leaders on the 2 different votes. So check the community tab if you're interested in voting for next month's new game. By the end of this month, the top 2 games from those votes will go head to head against each other, and then you can decide which one would you like to see. Anyway, that's going to do us for this channel. Please remember there are lots of links down below in the description. And yeah, do check them out if you're interested in other things that are happening on the channel, along with information about memberships. Ladies and gentlemen, please do come back again very soon for some Tarkov in the Commonwealth. See you there. Goodbye for now.